Thank you and welcome back to the Gong Show. Now here's an act that was given a molting ovation.
It looked like the silliest show on television, a talent contest where judges could slam a giant gong to stop bad acts. But the Gong Show wasn't really about talent, or prizes, or competition. Behind the laughter and chaos was a TV host slowly unraveling, a studio on the edge of mutiny, and a show that may have been one giant prank on the audience. This is the bizarre story of the game show that was never really a game.
One more time before you go. I kind of like that. You did? Very good. All right. Well, thank you. You can take your little musical schlong and go right out the door.
When the Gong Show hit NBC in 1976, viewers didn't know what to make of it. It looked like a parody of the Ed Sullivan Show, like random people performing silly acts in front of celebrity judges. But something about it felt off. The acts were too weird, the judges were too wild, and the host, Chuck Barris, seemed to be teetering between genius and madness. Over time, people realized the Gong Show wasn't a competition at all. It was a deconstruction of television itself. A bizarre experiment that mocked everything about fame, talent, and the idea of winning.
I'd like to pose the biblical question. Is there reincarnation after death?
Ooh, that's an interesting question, Father Ed. What is the answer to that question?
Beats the shit out of me.
Chuck Barris wasn't a typical game show host. Before the Gong Show, he'd already created the dating game and the newlywed game, two hits known for pushing boundaries.
Husbands say he is basically more urban or rural. Kathy?
I don't know what they mean.
No, I mean, you married him. What do you think?
Heck, he's urban.
How long has he been that way?
For about 2 months.
2 months. Do you think there's anything he can do about it?
He went to a doctor.
Oh, he did?
But Barris felt stifled by TV's rules. He wanted to break them. So he pitched something completely unhinged, a show where ordinary people would embarrass themselves for laughs. And judges could end their misery by smashing a giant gong. NBC reluctantly said yes, thinking it might fill daytime airtime. They had no idea they'd unleashed a cultural grenade. From the very first taping, the Gong Show was a circus. Contestants danced in costumes, sang badly on purpose, or did things that barely qualified as acts. The judges, a mix of comedians, actors, and celebrities, heckled them and sometimes each other. The audience never knew if what they were seeing was real or staged. Some acts were genuine amateurs, others were ringers, comedians hired by producers to intentionally bomb for entertainment. Barris wanted confusion. He wanted noise. The gong wasn't just a sound effect, and it was the symbol of rejection, the sound of failure turned into comedy. As one critic put it, it wasn't a talent show. It was public humiliation as performance art.
I had a bad day today. Everything I touched today turned into caca. I had a pet rock, and I loved it so much it turned my back and peed on me. What a day I had today. I'm not right. I'll be all right.
The chaos reached its peak with a series of scandals that nearly sank the show. The most infamous moment came when Judge J.P. Morgan flashed her chest during a taping, sending NBC's censors into a meltdown. The footage was never aired, but word spread instantly. Other banned moments included an armpit-music act, a male stripper, and jokes that NBC called offensive to common decency. Executives began slicing up episodes before broadcast, and eventually banned entire tapings. Barris loved it. The more the network panicked, the more he pushed. It was as if he was trying to see just how far he could go before someone hit his gong.
You know why they spell sex S-E-X? Because you can't spell... Do you know what this is, folks? It's a weak supply of these. Oh, just, Chucky, come here. I got a joke for you that's going to make you look like an asshole. Oh, you already heard it.
Hey, if you're getting a chuckle from this content and you wouldn't mind supporting the channel, hit that little like button. It really helps. Thanks much.
And then came the twist that turned the Gong Show from weird to legendary. Years after the show ended, Barris published a memoir claiming he had been working as a CIA assassin while producing game shows. He said he'd used the Gong Show and the dating game as cover for secret missions overseas.
He would disappear for, a week or so at a time, and his secretary would just say he's out of town. I don't know. Whether it's true or not, I couldn't say.
Whether fact or fantasy, it completed the image of a man whose entire career blurred reality and performance, who made audiences laugh while quietly imploding.
I have written pop songs. I have been a television producer. In addition, I have murdered 33 human beings.
In 1980, Barris tried to turn his success into cinema with the Gong Show movie. It was supposed to capture the absurdity of the show. Instead, it became one of Hollywood's biggest flops. Critics called it unwatchable. Roger Ebert gave it 0 stars and said it made me feel like throwing in the towel. Universal Pictures yanked it from theaters after 1 week. The movie's failure devastated Barris. He withdrew from Hollywood entirely, living in isolation for years. It was as if the Gong Show had consumed him, the chaos he'd unleashed finally swallowing him whole. So what was the Gong Show, really? Some say it was the first reality show decades before the term existed. Others call it the most honest piece of television ever made, a mirror held up to America's obsession with fame and failure. But maybe it was something simpler. A man's televised nervous breakdown disguised as a game show. Chuck Barris once said, "I was trying to destroy television before it destroyed me." In the end, he may have done both.
I think it's time to expose the unknown comic. What do you say?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Okay.
So while most people remember the Gong Show as a zany game show, it was really something much stranger. A chaotic social experiment that blurred the line between comedy and collapse. And at its center was Chuck Barris, a man who claimed to be a CIA assassin, fought the network, broke every rule in television, and may have lost himself in the process. Was the Gong Show genius? A nervous breakdown? Or both? Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and because next time, we're uncovering the even darker story behind another harmless piece of Hollywood nostalgia.